highly favored, blessed, I'm blessed, highly favored.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today, I'm going to be making 4 WWE fix-ups. So, nothing too crazy. We're not going to be doing any torso swaps. We're not going to be heating up anything really. Just a change of some head sculpts and some accessories. So, first up, it's probably going to be the most easiest one. It's with this Elite 109 Seth Rollins. Really awesome figure. Definitely one of my favorite figures the year this released. A really good Seth Rollins figure. And this Lexis King. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm putting this jacket onto this Seth because I feel like the gold goes. And I know Seth Rollins definitely wore a jacket like this. I think it was at SummerSlam against Edge. So that was a pretty cool attire. I think they made that in the Elite Series 99. I wish I had that Seth because it would go a lot better. But I'm also going to be changing the head sculpt. I think I'm going to be using this one. This was the Elite 93 head sculpt. And then we got some accessories like these Velveteen Dream glasses. We got some Orange Cassidy glasses. So we're just going to be trying out some different things there. We even got some Montez Ford gloves that we're going to throw in there. So just to see how that Seth will look in that, black and gold attire with some different accessories, because that Seth came with no, entrance jacket or any accessories, just the World Heavyweight Championship and some interchangeable hands. Next up, it's with one of my favorite figures of all time. That's the TMNT Roman Reigns. So I'm going to be making it with the updated torso. We're just going to be putting all the accessories over here and maybe the head sculpt too, because it does have the tattoo, I guess, on the eye. So that should be really cool. Probably not going to end up leaving this one just because I like to leave this figure how it is. It's one of my favorites of all time, and it is a really rare figure, so I really don't want to mess it up. But I do want to see what it would look like with that torso. Next up, we got one for Braun Breaker. So, the Elite Series 119 Braun Breaker is the first and only Braun Breaker to have the, tan skin tone. So, if you take that figure, right, I was looking at this Elite Carlito, and they're about the same height. They've got the same boots, and Carlito's pretty jacked. So, I think that if we take off the shirt, the head sculpt, and hands, put Braun Breaker's head and hands on there, you could have a cool Braun Breaker when he, slides his singlet down. But then he also has logos on the side of his trunks. So if you take this Damian Priest shirt, well, I don't think this came with Damian Priest. This came with like Tony D'Angelo. I just put it on here to make an updated Priest because I didn't want to get a new one. But if you take this shirt and roll it down, it will definitely look more realistic to when Braun Breaker rolls his singlet down. And then it would also cover up those Carlito logos. And then lastly, we got John Cena. We got 3 John Cenas here. So with these two, what I want to do is make this the ultimate, because I really do like the design with the jorts and everything. This one was just really, cheap and everything. It doesn't look really good. This looks really realistic. So if I could take this attire and put it over here and switch them around, have this as an elite and this as the ultimate, I think that could look really cool. So we're definitely going to do that. I'm really not a fan of that head sculpt, to be honest with you. But I really didn't want, them to have the same head sculpt. And then I'm going to be using the Screaming head sculpt actually on this John Cena. So I was really looking at this Guile, and I really do like the camo pants. And I was trying to figure out who I could put on here. I could not come up with anybody. So if you guys have any recommendations for who I could put on these pants, please let me know in the comments below. Because I think there could be some really cool fix-ups to be made with that. But I don't really know who. I was thinking Roman Reigns and Jacob Fatu. But like I said, I don't really want a torso swap. But with this John Cena, I'm going to be putting the Smiling head sculpt on. Not the Smiling, the Screaming head sculpt on there. I'm going to be putting a black sleeveless shirt, a watch, and I'm actually going to just give him a rifle because I think that would look cool for just like a normal military John Cena. Not really, with the wristbands and the crazy hair. So just me a normal military, kind of like the Marine, like that terrible John Cena movie. Kind of like that, because John Cena's kind of whole character is kind of like military themed and everything. So I think to have a normal John Cena and cargo pants would look really cool. But let's start off with Seth Rollins. So like I said earlier, Seth Rollins is definitely the easiest one. I mean, really all I have to do is pop Lexis King's head off and take off the jacket and put it on here. That'll look cool enough, but I definitely want to play around with the head sculpts and stuff. I'm going to leave the collar up only because that's how Seth Rollins actually wore it, I think. Like I said, I think it was SummerSlam against Edge, which was 2023. No, probably 22. I think 23, he was feuding with Matt Riddle. So I think it was SummerSlam 2022. He had a match with Edge, and he wore a really similar jacket to this. So even that looks really cool, but let's play around with the head sculpts. So I'm going to put on the Elite 93 head sculpt. Even though I don't have the Elite 93, this is actually from the TMNT, but we've seen this head sculpt plenty of times. So if we put that on there, And then let's give him the gloves, the black and gold gloves. Now, the gold on the gloves are a little bit darker, but I think it'll still work. So we're going to pop these on here. This should look really cool. And there we go. And it doesn't even look too bad, to be honest with you. It's not too off. I think it still fits. And then let's put the Velveteen Dream glasses on, because I feel like these are more Seth Rollins vibes. He definitely wore glasses like this with 3 lenses. They don't fit the best, but that's not a bad look at all, honestly. And then we'll put the black and gold glasses on here too, just to see. These are more plain, not really Seth Rollins, but it definitely works. We'll take a closer look at it at the end with the World Heavyweight Championship and everything. But for now, that Seth Rollins does look good. Next up, we have the Braun Breaker fix-up. I feel like that Seth Rollins was super simple. It did end up looking out, really nice, but super simple. So this one's going to be a little bit more, not complicated, but there's a little bit more going on here. So we're going to remove the head sculpt. I do already have a set of white wrist tape hands. I did want to get, both fisted hands, but I could not find for some reason. I know I had with, like, my Eddie Guerrero Elite 95 and even my Solo Sikoa, but I only found one, which is unfortunate, but we are going to remove the hands here. Now, the only thing is I hope the head sculpt fits nicely, but I feel like this would work for Braun Breaker. I feel like the formula works. He has the big arms. The only thing is he's not going to have the tattoo, but even the, torso, I feel like it looks good. He has the same legs that they give Braun Breaker, boots and everything. So, yeah, and even the skin tone matches. I feel like this is going to be a really nice one, but we are going to put the hands on here. Get one fisted one at least. And then we do have to put the shirt on there. And even that looks pretty decent. I feel like if I push the head, I'm going to push the head all the way down. But yeah, he does kind of have no neck. I mean, that looks all right, man. I don't hate that. He's worn all white gears in the past. I think at WrestleMania in the Intercontinental title Fatal 4-Way he did. So, again, I'm not going to be leaving this. Even though I do have a spare Braun Breaker, I really don't want to, leave it like this just because it's going to leave Damian Priest shirtless and then the Carlito figure ruined. If I were to get another Carlito, maybe I would do this. Like, maybe if I got the purple Chase Carlito, I could do this. But I think this looks really good. Honestly. It covers up the logos. It looks realistic. I'm all for this. I mean, you can still kind of see the logos, but you can roll it down a little bit more. I think this looks really good. I actually like this a lot. This is one of my favorite fix-ups I've done. Back here does look a little bit crazy. Kind of looks like he's wearing a diaper, but that's awesome. I like that a lot. We've got 2 down. Now we've got 2 more to go, and I'm really liking how both the Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker look. I'm really loving that Braun Breaker. But now let's move on to Roman Reigns. So like I said, we're just going to be taking all the accessories from the TMNT Roman and putting it onto the new Top Picks one. And that looks all right. It's nothing crazy, honestly. When we take a look at it at the end, I think I'm going to put the other head sculpt on here because at first glance, it really looks the same. Just the torso is just slightly different. Imagine if they did like a greatest hits and if they re-released this shredder and gave him that bigger torso. That'd be crazy. I mean, the final thing we're going to be doing here is the John Cena. So we got our Guile, our Ultimate, and our Top Picks Elite. So let's start off with our Guile. But that looks good, I think. I actually do like that a lot. And the Screaming Head Sculpt is obviously the way to go. You can put his hands behind his back if you want to do that. That's dope. I actually like that a lot. But now we could put the rifle in there too. And I think that'll really complete the look. So, yeah, I mean, the hand is loose and it doesn't really fit in there the best. But you can definitely take some cool photos with this. And I actually like it a lot. I think the dog tag, the watch, the pants, this definitely is awesome. So I like that a lot, but like I said, I don't have extras of that Guile, so I'm not going to leave that, but it is cool to see for sure. But if I did have extras, I would probably do a Roman Reigns fix-up, see what he looks like in camel pants, and a Jacob Fatu. But moving on to the top picks and Ultimate Cena conversion. And the hat, and look at that. That's great, man. I actually like this a lot. This is, yeah, I'm leaving this just like this because I really like this Ultimate John. I just hate every Ultimate has the literal bobblehead. But now let's look at every fix-up we've done. Here are all the fix-ups that I did on screen, so you can see them all here. I think most of them look great. I mean, this Cena is really nothing too crazy. I mean, it wasn't even a fix-up for this. This is just kind of what was left over. But this is actually one that I think I'm going to leave. I absolutely love this Ultimate, how it looks with the jorts, even throwing the World Heavyweight Championship on there. That is one that I'm definitely leaving. So this is probably my favorite fix-up that we've done today. This one is also really nice looking. The military style with the dog tag, the watch, the rifle. Really, really good looking John Cena. But I'm not going to leave it just because I love how the Guile is. So, yeah, man. That was a really good one, though. This Roman is probably the most underwhelming one. I don't know why when I envisioned it in my head, I thought it would look a lot better. I mean, the torso does look good. This mask does not fit this head sculpt, unfortunately. So that sucks, but yeah, man, I don't know why. I guess just because with all the accessories, it's too distracting. Nobody's really paying attention to the torso. But yeah, this one was a little bit underwhelming. Probably my least favorite one. This Seth is awesome. It's just really fragile. The hand is really loose. And when you play around with the glasses, I did throw a crown on there and the World Heavyweight Championship. So yeah, this is also a really nice one that I'll probably end up leaving. And then this Braun Breaker is like tied with John Cena for my favorite. Look at him, dude. And I was able to cover all the logos with the, white shirt. And it really just looks like a Braun Breaker where he rolled down the sleeves. Like, this is perfect right here. So, these are definitely the top three right here. The Breaker, the Seth, and the Cena. So, I would definitely try out these three if I were you guys. But the other three, maybe not so much. But if you did enjoy this video, I would really appreciate it if you did like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one.
On Bliss, highly favored. On Bliss, highly favored.